All right, let's dive into a problem that, so many of us in the FinOps space have felt. It's that huge, frustrating disconnect between the awesome technical work you're doing and what the business actually seems to care about. Let's get right into it.
This quote right here, it just nails the heart of the problem, doesn't it? It's that gut-sinking feeling. You've got all the data in the world, literally terabytes of it, but when that one critical question comes down from the C-suite, the answer is buried. It's locked away in some complex query that only an engineer can write on the fly. And that's not a data problem. Not really. It's a translation problem. So this is the big question we're tackling today. Why is it that you can spend weeks, maybe months, optimizing everything, driving down that cloud bill? You present these huge savings, and you just get a blank stare? Or worse, a polite nod. We're going to break down exactly why that happens and, more importantly, how you can fix it.
Okay, so first things first, let's diagnose the issue. Let's give it a name. We're going to call it the hollow win problem. You know the feeling when you achieve a major technical goal, but it results in absolutely zero tangible business impact?
I mean, this is such a perfect and frankly painful example. Your team pulls off this amazing feat, saves the company a ton of money, but because the finance team can't connect that saving to a specific product's bottom line or a customer's cost of goods sold, it just becomes this phantom number. It's an abstract saving that doesn't actually hit the profit and loss statement in a way they can track. So to them, it's not real value.
So what's really going on here? What's the root cause? Well, it boils down to something pretty fundamental. Engineering and finance are, for all intents and purposes, speaking completely different languages.
And this leads us to what we call the granularity trap. We think we're being transparent. We think we're being helpful by showing finance all the raw data, every single AWS EC2 running hour. But all we're really doing is drowning them in details they can't use. They don't need to know how the watch is made. They just need to know what time it is. They're asking for cost of goods sold per customer, and we're handing them a 10,000-page billing file.
This slide just lays it out so clearly. These are the two conflicting worldviews. The engineering team is celebrating cost reduction, making the total bills smaller. That's a win. But finance, they need cost attribution. They need to know precisely which product, which team, which customer that cost belongs to. Because without attribution, reduction is just a meaningless number to them.
All right, enough about the problem. We get it. It's frustrating. So how do we actually fix this? The solution isn't another dashboard or a better report. It's a fundamental shift in our thinking. It's time to start adopting a product mindset for all of our FinOps work.
And here's the absolute crux of it. We have to stop thinking in terms of one-off projects and dashboards that just show data. We need to start building products. And who's our number one customer for these products? It's finance. And these products don't just present data, they deliver answers, and they deliver them directly into the tools finance is already using every single day.
Let's make this really concrete. The name alone tells the whole story, right? CloudOps KPI dashboard? That sounds like it's for engineers. It's technical, it's generic. But cost attribution bot? Okay, now you have my attention. It solves a specific finance problem, it lives where they work, in Slack, and it promises answers in plain English. Now that is a product.
Here's another one. A FinOps tagging dashboard means absolutely nothing to a financial analyst. But a margin mapper that pushes product-level COGS directly into SAP and Excel, now you're speaking their language. You're not making them log into yet another system, you are bringing the answer right to their doorstep.
And you can see how this shift in mindset completely changes the value we talk about. Before, we'd say, we reduced untagged resources by 40%. That's a technical output. But after, we say, we improved gross margin visibility by 18%. See the difference? That's a business outcome. It's the difference between a task and a real result.
Okay, this all sounds great, but how do you actually make it happen? It can feel like a big shift. So here's an actionable 90-day plan you can use to completely turn your FinOps practice around. So here it is, a super focused 90-day sprint. In week 1, notice you're not touching a line of code. You're not building anything. You are sitting down with finance and aligning on one single painful problem they have. For example, automating the COGS for your flagship product. Then, for the next 7 weeks, your team's only job is to build that integration bridge into their systems, NetSuite, SAP, whatever they use. And then, at the end, you measure the real prize, not cloud savings, but a 30% faster quarter close. That's a win everyone understands. And when you start following this process, the very nature of what you call a win completely changes. It stops being about a number on a cloud bill, and it starts being about tangible, measurable business improvement.
Think of this table as your Rosetta Stone. It's the translator between the two worlds. It takes a top-level finance goal, their KPI, and maps it directly to the technical work your team needs to do. So, if finance needs better COGS accuracy, your technical enabler is cost allocation, and your team's internal metric is the percentage of shared costs you've successfully allocated. You're drawing a direct line from their biggest goals to your team's daily work.
So what's the big difference here? What does this product-centric approach really get you? Well, it's the translation layer we've been missing all along. It forces you to shift away from infrastructure metrics and towards real business KPIs. And best of all, it transforms FinOps from a reactive team constantly putting out fires into a proactive, strategic partner that actually helps drive the business forward.
And this right here is the end goal. Just imagine this for a second. Your team stops even talking about cloud savings. Instead, you start talking about how you're delivering margin lift. All of a sudden, finance isn't the department you have to justify your existence to. They become your biggest champions, your biggest advocates, because you are directly helping them win.
So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Take a really hard look at your team's last 3 big wins. Were you building dashboards and reports that just showed data, or were you building integrated products that delivered tangible, measurable business value? The answer to that question will tell you everything you need to know about where to go next.